South Bronx of New York City.
Come to the park and, keep it real with the people.
Black people and Hispanic people are very happy about him coming here, and they want to see the options, and they want to put pressure on Democrats to step their game up.
And some will in that Democratic stronghold. They're planning a Trump isn't welcome in the Bronx counter rally. A Trump Republican opponent who ran against him now says she will vote for him.
Biden has been a catastrophe.
Nikki Haley tells the Hudson Institute more than 2 months after dropping out of the GOP presidential race, the former president should reach out to her supporters.
And not assume that they're just going to be with him. And I genuinely hope he does that.
A recent Siena poll gives President Biden a 9-point lead in New York. Another poll gives him a 1-point lead nationally, and it also shows
1 in 5 voters right now say they could change their minds about who they will support in a new Quinnipiac poll. In a two-way race, Biden supporters are more likely than Trump's to look elsewhere.
Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House, where today the president will host Kenya's president for talks. In the Senate, Democrats will try to revive a stalled border security bill they say makes important changes to deal with record illegal immigration. Republicans say it doesn't go far enough. Elvis won't be leaving the building.
I'm all shook up.
Well, not anymore. An auction of his Graceland estate's been called off today.
Just hours after a Tennessee judge ordered a pause on the foreclosure sale of Elvis Presley's iconic Memphis home, Nisani Investments told Reuters it plans to withdraw all of its claims over Graceland. The company, with no website or working phone number, claimed it loaned the king of rock and roll's only daughter, Lisa Marie Presley, $3.8 million and received the deed for Graceland as collateral.
That's Fox's Dana Marie McNichol. Presley's granddaughter challenged that, claiming it was fraud, and the FBI's looking into it. America's listening to Fox News.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? ROLAIDS.
What about when life spells fried chicken?
ROLAIDS.
Fourth cup of coffee?
Still ROLAIDS.
Extra cheesy pizza?
Rolaids always spells relief. Rolaids' powerful dual-active formula begins neutralizing acid on contact to fight your heartburn fast. So, when life spells heartburn, Rolaids spells relief. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Republicans are pushing for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to address Congress, which some Democrats oppose, as Israel's war rages against Hamas in Gaza amid concerns about Palestinian civilian deaths and a humanitarian crisis, which led an international criminal court prosecutor to seek arrest warrants for Israeli and Hamas leaders, alleging both have committed war crimes. Netanyahu tells Fox,
"This is a rogue prosecutor who's gone amok. He's out to demonize the one and only Jewish state and the only democracy in the Middle East. And it's both false and dangerous."
More countries this week joined a list of those recognizing a Palestinian state.
White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan says unilateral recognition is not President Biden's approach.
President Biden, as I just said, has been on the record supporting a two-state solution. He has been equally emphatic on the record that that two-state solution should be brought about through direct negotiations through the parties.
Sullivan says the administration is also working with lawmakers in the House and Senate on potential sanctions for the International Criminal Court. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
There will be another hearing in Congress into pro-Palestinian protests after clashes with police removing encampments from college campuses.
The heads of Rutgers, UCLA, and Northwestern will be grilled by the House Education and Workforce Committee over their response to rising anti-Semitism. It's the fourth time in 6 months the committee has summoned university presidents to be questioned. But it's the first time any heads of public universities have been called. Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising modestly the morning after selling. In the NBA playoffs, Dallas won the Western Conference Finals opening game, beating Minnesota. The Florida Panthers beat the New York Rangers in Game 1 of the NHL Eastern Conference Final. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A search for a swimmer who went missing in Kickapoo State Park this past weekend is over. Police say the swimmer's body found in the Middle Fork of the Vermilion River. He was identified as Jose Alberto Lopez Fernandez. An autopsy has been scheduled. Illinois lawmakers will likely be able to pass legislation that would eliminate the sub-minimum wage for tip workers before the spring legislative session ends Friday. The bill hasn't been called to a vote in either chamber. Proposed bill would phase out the sub-minimum wage over a 2-year period. Chicago voted to eliminate sub-minimum wage last year. Illinois Department of Natural Resources and the Illinois Conservation Police urging people to be safe boating over the Memorial Day weekend. Boaters should wear life jackets anytime they're on the water and only operate boats while sober. Last year, there were 70 reportable boating accidents on Illinois waters, resulting in 12 deaths and 37 injuries. And once again, not just on the waters, but as you're traveling through the weekend, be safe. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim, and good morning, people. Nice to have you listening. We went to Cincinnati for the ball game last night. The Reds lost to the Padres 7-3. Mr. Solier was saying, I might have a little shot. You were spot on. Spot on again.
Good, I guess.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Was it short-lived, I hope?
Yeah, it was. It got to, this was in Great America Ballpark where it was Bark in the Park.
Yeah.
And we were able to take our 2 little 8-pound dogs. And you know what? There were 498 other dogs.
Oh, boy.
There are 500 dogs at the ballpark.
Wow.
Did they make friends? Did your guys?
Right.
Friends okay?
Lovey was very open to meeting. Mosey said, ew.
Yeah.
No, you need to go ahead. Grace tried to put her. We got to do a parade on the field.
That's cool.
We were down. Let me clarify. We were on the dirt part.
Yes.
Can't get that. You don't touch the grass.
Oh, okay.
Don't touch the grass. I've seen people vacuum sunflower seeds up. Okay. I was in Phoenix. They're vacuuming the carpet.
Right.
Because somebody spit out sunlight. It's just that immaculate. Anyway, so there are 500 dogs walking around the track. And yeah, Mosey's down there and she's just like, not doing it. You have to carry me.
Okay.
So we did that, and it was really cool to be down there, though. So so we had 500 dogs at Bark in the Park in Cincinnati last night, and it was really fun. And it was nice weather to start, but toward the end of the ball game, they made an announcement that everybody take cover. It's like, what?
Oh, here comes the storm.
Go to the concourse, high winds, and the umpires are going, this is the 8th inning, we got to get this done.
Okay.
So it started raining in the 9th inning, and everybody's kind of going faster. It was 7-3, so they got out of there and got it done without a delay. And 2 hours and 11 minutes, which that's what I'm talking about with the baseball games, how fast that is. So anyway.
It's that new schedule because it's less division games, more widespread, entire league, American League, National League. So like the Padres probably are not going to be back in town, I would think.
That's it,
right?
one time.
Yeah.
And Fernando Tatis, Jacob made a diving catch to rob Fernando Tatis.
Yes.
And it was
got a walk in his first run.
Yeah, scored his first run last night. But anyway, it's pretty exciting to follow my son-in-law in the major leagues, at least for today. I mean, we don't know how long this is going. He's doing very well, but it's baseball. And
he kind of controls his own destiny, relatively speaking.
Sure,
right?
You got it. It's like any business. When a business hires a person, it's what value do they bring to us, and why do we have them? Yep. That's what they do. It's just that's the way it works.
That's right.
You may not want to think it, but if you're really bad at delivering pizzas, they probably don't want you to stay. And so if you're really bad at predicting weather, they probably don't want you to stay. I mean,
hey, look, I'm still sticking around.
There you go.
No, you got it. You got it going on. I'm telling you what. I'm sure there's a lot of wonderful meteorologists, but if you track what Solier says, it's pretty remarkable.
Well, and
particularly Park where you say like at 2:30 it'll start raining. It's not at 2:30.
Right.
It's just what? How do you do that?
Greg, our ag friends were also asking about some of the extra things that you do outside of helping us on ESPN 93.5.
Well, we do This Week in Agribusiness, the TV show that's airs every weekend. You can also pick that up on the farmprogress.com website. It's that day and age. And then there's commercial. There's RFD TV that carries us on the weekends. I don't have the times exactly. Channel 3, I believe Saturday and Sunday mornings, somewhere in there.
Okay.
What else? Do weather for a big farm radio network across the country. you folks down the road over at Danville, Illinois, and once in a while when I can get out of here, and I do like it because it's nice to meet and greet people.
Yeah.
We'll do a speaking gig once in a while too.
Good.
So we run the whole gamut.
So it's here, and we'll get to
and
whether
you can pick up the phone and call me.
Yeah, no, you're done. You're just terrific at what you do. Okay, weather brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your premier provider for home improvement, specializing in siding, window, doors, roofing, and outdoor living. Visit KramerSiding.com.
All right, beautiful morning, sir. What are you seeing?
Yeah, nice one underway. We got some folks, if you're peering southward towards maybe the Charleston, Mattoon, Terre Haute area, close to I-70, there are a couple of showers there. No northward advancement. They're making the run up on I-70 towards Indy. Once that moves on through, everyone has what everyone else has out there. That's sunshine and a comfortable morning. We're popped to 62 now at Woodland and Savoy. Dead calm of the wind there. 59 Rantoul, 58 Danville, 60 Bloomington Normal. Good day's worth of drying, firming, maybe some opportunity to get out there and better drained areas for some field work. At 81, the forecast high and sunshine. Light northeast to east wind sets in. Fair tonight, 62. Tomorrow, a little more humidity and maybe a stray late morning. More likely some afternoon shower thunderstorm activity tomorrow. Into tomorrow evening, the high up to 83 tomorrow. Down to 63 tomorrow night. Good looking Saturday. So we're getting less of these systems around here for openers. 79 on Saturday, but then we're back at chasing this stuff around Sunday. There is a chance for a shower here both Monday, not only Monday here, but at the Brickyard. Don't think it's enough to wash out the race on Monday. The wetter of those 2 days would be on Sunday with a high up to 77, 73 on Monday. Let's see. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's 4 days for you next week of dry time. Daytime temperatures in the 70s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much. So I'm a little tired, so you never know what'll come out of the radio here when I'm kind of tired, but let's just go right to it.
Okay.
Should we carry the Chicago Bears this fall?
Oh.
I mean, I'm being approached again by the Bears. They're not in the market. I don't know. I really don't. I mean, aren't you watching the game if you're really interested? Do you want it on? Do you want Jeff Joniak in Champaign-Urbana? I mean, I don't know. I just know that I think the Bears are more interesting.
Yeah.
I think they are. I think Caleb Williams, the starting quarterback, the defense is good. They have the fourth easiest schedule in the NFL. So there could be some W's. And so if I guess I'm putting it to you. You be our program director for a minute. Would you listen to Bears on radio? I don't know. I really don't. So just as a kind of a overriding theme through the morning, text in Bears if you have any interest.
Okay.
217-359-2255. I think the farmers that are harvesting in the early season, September, October, they got to be out there if the weather's good. Mm-hmm. And so I see the farmers would enjoy, but would anybody else? I mean, it's a frank question. It's because I'm tired. I'm just asking.
And I know they still do radios in the tractors, even though they're so automated these days and so many things
Don't
going on.
they have big screen TVs? I mean, because I think Stevie Jay could
watch the game.
The farmer could program it for me, except for the turn at the end. I think I could farm. I mean, I wouldn't have a clue what I'm doing.
True.
But they've gotten so... It's not like the Arnold Palmer tractor anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, 217-359-2255 if you have any thoughts on interest in a radio Chicago Bear season. Because I think it'd be okay.
So Bears would be yes, and maybe no Bears would be no.
I just save your breath if you don't want it. Don't text. But if there's any interest, I just know we're trying to analyze programming here, and I don't know if people listen to the radio for the Bears. I know the Cardinals because they're 162 games.
Yeah.
Bears are only on 17 times, and so it's a viewing event. It's kind of like Illinois football.
Yeah.
You kind of watch it if you really. Because it used to be only 2 games this year on TV, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. They're all on. And so it changes the dynamic there.
It does. And I think about my own listening, and it's just 20 minutes from point A to point B across town that I'm catching the game.
I don't know.
Or maybe on my way out or something, but I'm certainly not engaged the whole game.
I think there's interest in the Chicago Bears. I think there's curiosity more than last year because of the number 1 draft pick. And the fact that their defense is very respectable. They're good. Can they unseat the Packers and the Lions and all these other teams that are really good in their division. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's out there this morning on Should We or Shouldn't We.
Thank you, Andrew. The Bears has already come through.
So we got 1. Okay, so that clapping would sound like this. I mean, we want to be relevant. The Cardinals and Cubs are easy because the season's so long we can't watch them all.
Here's more yeses. 359-2255.
More or two?
Okay, two.
Okay, so you clap right now.
Yes.
And then I'll clap. That's what that sounds like. All right, so it's better. It's just
a little more developed.
Dynamically better than it was.
Should we take the Bears this fall?
Yeah, I'm really sincerely asking for your advice on whether the Bears radio has any appeal in Champaign-Urbana. I'm really not sure. All right, so the Cardinals, what?
I know.
The Orioles had only lost 6 games on the road all year. And what did the Cardinals just won all 3? Wow.
Okay.
They find themselves in third, 3.5 behind the Cubs all of a sudden?
Right.
What the heck?
Well, and Atlanta was tough. Cubs were beat yesterday 9-2. Ben Brown on the mound for the Cubbies with a 120 start over on US 105.9. Speaking of, Chicago sports on the radio, we take care of you with the Cubs. And
they said, sports and radio, I love.
I know.
You can do other things and actually be productive while listening to the game.
Absolutely.
And it's not as stressful listening on radio. I really believe that.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, and then the Cardinals, again, 5 out of the last 6, 8 of the last 10. The Cardinals are the hottest team in baseball with the Philadelphia Phillies, who've won 8 of the last 10. Cardinals have won 8 out of the last 10. What the heck?
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. The Cardinals completed the suspended game from the day before. And a 2-run homer by Nolan Gorman gave him all 3 RBIs in the game, 3-1 Cardinals. And then the Cardinals were able to come from a 3-0 deficit and beat the Orioles 5-4 to sweep the 3-game series.
Boy, do the Cardinals deserve their off day today. They played so well yesterday, picking up 2 wins in one day. Lance Lynn pitched well to win the first game. Cardinals offense came back in game 2, and Lars Nootbaar made a game-saving defensive play in the 9th inning as Ryan Fernandez picked up his first big league save.
Nootbaar caught a ball that if that got over his head, that would have been a game-tying double or a triple. But Nootbaar caught it, and he caught a runner off first base on a double play.
And the Cardinals end up winning the series, sweeping the series, the first time the Orioles have been swept in 106 straight series.
The Cubs are here beginning tomorrow night. Miles Michaelis will be on the mound, and we'll be on the air at 6:20.
The Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum is the official home of Cardinals history. For those who want to be a part of one of the sport's greatest collections in the world, museum membership is the way to go. Cardinals Museum membership provides unlimited admission for 1 year, exclusive Hall of Fame bobbleheads, discounts, ticket offers, and more, in addition to supporting exhibit design and artifact restoration. There are a variety of membership levels, including our ultimate level of membership. For more info and to join, go to cardinals.com/membership.
So Penn State came out on top 8-4 over Illinois.
It's a lot of celebrating, and every baseball team has one great pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
And we got their best guy on their best day.
For the Nittany Lions.
You got to come back and you got to win some ball games
and
now.
That's tomorrow, or today, Iowa at 10 a.m. And that was the thing, too. First, we were playing an evening game.
I know. They were, too. The other team was.
Whatever.
Yeah. It was a lot of up, and Penn State had nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Got to win today. Our weather brought to you by Carl.
Carl reminds you they're always looking to increase the team. If you have a passion for healthcare and you'd like to help others and opportunities for growth, carl.org/careers.
Fox Business Minute will be coming up next. It's 7:18.
Well, we'll get everyone to check weather for you. Central Illinois, Champaign, and Memphis Saturday, and a nice day's worth of weather ahead for the day-to-day. Subtle pattern shift with less frequency weather systems moving for the next 4 or 5 days. We some wet weather at times over the Memorial Day holiday weekend. Thereafter, broadening windows of opportunity to gain access to the backyard and the back 40. Mostly sunny, warm, dry weather for the day-to-day. Highs up around 81, light northeast to east wind. Picture perfect mid to late May's worth of weather. Tonight, fair and 62, increasing clouds tomorrow. Late morning and more likely afternoon. Showers and thunderstorms scattered with a high up to 83. Some showers and thunderstorms early tomorrow night, low down to 63. Mostly sunny, cooler, less humid Saturday. Good-looking day, the high about 79. A couple of showers and thunderstorms back in for Sunday. Lingering shower chance on Monday, should not be a washout over at the Brickyard. 77 on Sunday, 73 here on Memorial Day Monday. Then dry weather for a good part of the remainder of next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sunshine, daytime temperatures in the 70s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Since Busey Bank first opened our doors in 1868, we have built upon a tradition of close relationships and broad financial capabilities. Our experienced team provides the highest level of personalized service to ensure we accomplish your goals, simplifying your wealth management and business lending needs and ensuring a legacy for generations. Building business, growing wealth. since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
More upbeat earnings are coming in this morning. BJ's Wholesale reported earnings and revenue that topped forecasts. Its sales at existing stores were up more than 1.5%, which was a stronger number than predicted. Though BJ's Wholesale is not raising expectations for the year, and the stock is down 1%. Shoe Carnival's quarter came in better than expected. It saw strong demand for sandals for the Easter holiday. A lawsuit is expected against Live Nation to break up its 14-year-old merger with Ticketmaster. The Wall Street Journal says the Justice Department and a group of states will accuse the entertainment company of using its ticketing monopoly to suppress competition. NASDAQ futures are sharply higher after chipmaker NVIDIA's dramatically better than expected earnings. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jeannie Posolda, invested in you.
Well, they say there are certain things that shouldn't be brought up at the kitchen table, but not here at the Duffys. So pull up a chair and join me, Rachel Campos Duffy.
And me, former U.S. Congressman Sean Duffy, as we share our perspective on the discussions happening at kitchen tables across America.
And we're going to share some real-life solutions as well to the everyday issues that you all talk about. And we're going to talk about some of those things that we agree on.
And some that we don't.
Download from the kitchen table, the Duffys at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download podcasts.
Larry recently decided to sell his home and knew that he wanted to work with a real estate agent that had a lot of experience with the local real estate market. He reached out to Nate Evans and the Nate Evans Group, learned more about the options. Larry said that he was very impressed with the advice he received and was presented through the process. Larry said he was very happy, loved the experience with Nate and his team.
Well, you can get bad advice from inexperienced agents, that's for sure. And it'll cost you thousands of dollars. And everybody on Nate's team has been part of more than 100 home sales in their career. He doesn't work with inexperienced agents. That's why a big reason you can trust Nate and his team, and you should call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home, Nate Evans, 217-239-7113. You can get that immediate cash offer on your home. There's flexible fees. Sell your home for the most money possible. Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group with the eXp Realty. It's an online search away to Nate Evans Group to start packing.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to theNateEvansGroup.com.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
Dedicated Diesel and Dixie Chopper. Any news there?
Still going with our May sales, $1,000 off any Z2 residential. I think we've got about 8 or 10 of those Z2s in stock. We'll go $2,000 off on any Blackhawk commercial mower. That's a heck of a deal right there. Plus, with Memorial Day, military is getting an additional $500 off. Man, nice. On top of the factory rebates, which there's a $100 rebate for military and first responders. So if you're ex-military looking for a deal on a mower, or you're a commercial guy mowing a lot of yards, come and see us, and we'll work something out. Find it on Facebook at Dedicated Equipment. Email me, timo@gftlog.com. Call Andy at 217-328-0562, or come and see us at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana.
Okay, so I was just innocently saying, would people like the Chicago Bears on our radio station? 217 texter, early in the season, warmer weather, I'm working outside, I might listen to the Bears. End of the season, when I'm inside, I would not. Okay, and we have a few more people that say, heck yeah.
Yeah.
So let's illustrate how many we have now.
Okay.
It's getting more. It's better than the one. Now we have quite a few. So actually, we're just saying text in Bears or DeBears if you like. 217-359-2255. I'm literally curious. Because, again, I view the NFL kind of as a TV event, gambling event.
Yeah.
Fantasy event.
Yep.
But generally, people have split screens now at their house if they have whatever it's called, NFL thing.
Yeah. The ticket.
The ticket. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyway, okay. So
remember the Jungle Room down in Elvis's Graceland? You said you hadn't been when we talked about it. Being
I've never
on the
been to
market,
Graceland,
so to
no.
speak.
But good news, it's not selling.
Yes, that's right.
There was all kinds
Graceland is saved.
I think it was a scammy thingy. Anyway, nothing going on.
Right.
Elvis and Graceland remain in Memphis and will till further notice. Okay, so we got John Decker coming up, our Gray Television White House correspondent. Before that, is this the day you make the move? I know. Things are tight. But what is a third of your life worth? Nobody's doing a third of your life in bed. But the 5 or 6 or whatever you're getting, Tempur-Pedic had to call the company headquarters and say, can Stevie Jay actually give $1,000 toward this incredible bed? They had to get special clearance. And so through Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola, I'm able to offer it. So we've been recording people in the Stever program that got to Tuscola, not necessarily do anything.
Right.
They get a regular mattress.
These are not paid actors.
No.
These testimonials.
So we went to Tuscola to check on the bed, and Tom knew that he just wanted a mattress.
Here's a mattress.
Regular old mattress.
Regular old mattress.
So
go on buying.
The lady was showing us all the beds, and she told him to lay it. She was going to put him in zero gravity. And the minute she did that, he just started smiling. He got new beds with the adjustable frame.
Yes.
So tell me, what does it feel like, zero gravity?
It puts your head, and then it puts your feet up. So the weight isn't on the middle of your back anymore.
Nice.
It just releases that weight. So like your back doesn't hurt.
You have your bed already?
We went down a week ago Saturday, and it was delivered this past Saturday.
Unbelievable.
Wonderful service all the way around.
So what about your sleep?
I have good. The first night, Tom, it took him a little bit to get used to it, but since then, fine. And we got the medium, it's called medium hybrid. So we're right in the middle of the hard and the soft, and it's been perfect.
Brian that helped me out and was like, all right. And he came right up to me and started talking to me. And I said, I'm here from the Stevie Jay promotion. And yeah, I walked in. He's like, all right, let's get you started. What are you looking at? And he's like, try this one out. This one, we got this, that. And then this one's a little bit more of an upgrade. And starstruck. I was like, are you serious? He knows everything there is about beds. It's like he went to school just to learn the insides and outs and how a bed works, because that man knows everything about a Tempur-Pedic mattress. I didn't know there was so much to know about beds when I got in. I was like, he just knew everything, and he had me lay and test them out. And at first I was going in, I'm like, I just need a mattress. I just want the mattress. And so then he started showing me the Ergo and all the other things you can do with it. And he's like, I'm like, I got to get one of these too. I'm like, I can sit up in bed when I read and all that. I'm like, this is great. And I've gotten it. And
so now what? Tell me what's your impression?
I have not had a bad night of sleep. I wake up fully rested every morning, no matter getting up for practice at 4:50 this morning. And I wake up and I'm like, I'm ready to go.
All right. So, I don't know.
Man,
I don't know.
People say
I don't know why you don't.
My life.
But why wouldn't you try it?
Right.
You're not committing to buying it. You're committing for a chance to get $1,000 off the price.
Right.
So it's like you got to at least lay on the thing. And if it does, in fact, if I told you, and there are many people that aren't sleeping very well, if I told you it was going to change that, would that, it'd be like the furnace or the air, you got to do it.
Right.
You can't live without a refrigerator, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I think this is actually more important because your whole immune system kind of relies on rest.
Yes.
Your stress level, your whole life there's a lot involved in not resting well.
I was talking to a Tempur-Pedic person about, what is the life of your mattress, and talking about how much you sweat during the night.
And cooler things going on
right,
too.
And how dirty your mattress is.
Well, there's that.
Many years.
Yeah, there's that. So if you sleep in a hole and the thing kind of sways and you're kind of falling into it, maybe it's time to check. If you are interested in me giving you potentially $1,000 off the purchase of a Tempur-Pedic bed, text in bed.
There you go.
Fisher National Bank text line 217 359-2255. If you go down and you don't buy it, it's okay. We have other people waiting.
Mm-hmm.
But if you would like a shot at this, we'll consider it if you text in bed right now. And I might send you to Tuscola at Kelsey Furniture in the next week to 10 days.
That's right.
And you can try it out and have this Brian guy. I didn't know he knew how much you know about.
PhD in bed.
Starstruck. All right, that's that for the Stever offer, the program where I give you money and you get to spend it and keep the stuff. And that's part of this whole deal here. 217-359-2255 to at least look.
In the meantime, on our text line, here's another Bears. Yes, I would listen. Always try to find them on AM radio.
All right. Well, we're FM, so that would be good. John Decker coming up.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Nikki Haley said when she was still running, Donald Trump does not deserve to be president. She says now in her first public appearance since dropping out of the race.
I will be voting for Trump.
She said so after being asked at a Hudson Institute event in D.C., who's stronger on national security.
Biden has been a catastrophe.
The former president, meantime, holds a rally in the Bronx in New York City today. China's military starts 2 days of drills around Taiwan as punishment.
The Chinese government is angry at Taiwan's new president, calling William Lai a dangerous troublemaker. He used his inauguration speech earlier this week to say China should stop threatening Taiwan. China sees self-governing Taiwan as a breakaway province that will eventually be under Beijing's control.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. At least 9 people are killed, dozens more hurt, and a stage structure collapsed in an election rally in Mexico. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Urbana School District offering free breakfast and lunch this summer. The free meals are for children 18 years old and younger through the summer meal program. Kids do not have to be enrolled in summer school or even attend the Urbana School to get a meal. There are no income requirements or registration requirements for the program. It's National Safe Boating Week, and Illinois State Agency is urging safe boating practices this Memorial Day weekend. The Safety Week observed yearly, the week before Memorial Day, the unofficial start of summer and boating season. There's 2 ways to practice safe boating. Wear a life jacket whenever on water and only operate a boat while sober. City of Champaign set to accept $12 million grant from the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity to build a plaza along Neal Street. City Council expected to vote to approve the measure at their meeting. The grant is for the second phase of reconstruction along Neal Street in downtown. Once again, safe travels this Memorial Day weekend. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
All right, we check your weather. Brought to you by Urbana Park District.
We had the pleasure of talking with Leslie at the Crystal Lake Park Family Aquatic Center.
Open this weekend.
Yes, on May 25th and starting at 11. They've got so many great features at the pools, and they're opening up Memorial Day holiday weekend. And if you're interested in a side hustle and working a shift maybe later in the day or whatever, make sure you go to urbanaparks.org and get involved as a lifeguard.
Well, we'll get everyone. Let's check weather for you. Central Illinois, Champaign, and Memphis Saturday, and a nice day's worth of weather ahead for the day-to-day. Subtle pattern shift with less frequency weather systems moving for the next 4 or 5 days. We some wet weather at times over the Memorial Day holiday weekend. Thereafter, broadening windows of opportunity to gain access to the backyard and the back 40. Mostly sunny, warm, dry weather for the day-to-day. Highs up around 81, light northeast to east wind. Picture perfect mid to late May's worth of weather. Tonight, fair and 62, increasing clouds tomorrow. Late morning and more likely afternoon. Showers and thunderstorms scattered with a high up to 83. Some showers and thunderstorms early tomorrow night, low down to 63. Mostly sunny, cooler, less humid Saturday. Good looking day, the high about 79. A couple of showers and thunderstorms back in for Sunday. Lingering shower chance on Monday, should not be a washout over at the Brickyard. 77 on Sunday, 73 here on Memorial Day Monday. Then dry weather for a good part of the remainder of next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sunshine, daytime temperatures in the 70s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Illini fans, join us in Memorial Stadium as we honor 100 years of tradition with $100 football season tickets. Don't miss a moment this season and lock in your tickets for Homecoming, Dad's Day, and a special rededication of Memorial Stadium on October 19th against the University of Michigan. Experience more cherished moments in Memorial Stadium this season and get your $100 season tickets at fightingillini.com.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Yeah, we're trying to effort John Decker. I don't know. I'm looking back at my text from John. I have not heard. It is Thursday, right?
Right.
I have to check.
Another Rolling Stones concert and stayed up late.
No, I don't think so. He was just working. I got a text from him just a couple of days ago. Anyway, we'll see. Working on the Stever. If you would like a chance to try a Tempur-Pedic bed, I'm giving out $1,000 to one person off the price of that bed at Kelsey in Tuscola. If you are interested, just text in bed to 217-359-2255. And I've kicked off the show. And I don't generally talk about like what to air on the radio.
Yeah.
But I'm tired. And so it just came out.
Went to the Cincinnati Reds game yesterday to see Jacob in action.
Yeah, to see my son-in-law Jacob Hurtubise, and it I just anecdotally, I think it's too long for a day trip.
Right. I was contemplating going Friday. Yeah. The game Friday is at 6:40, I think, same as Saturday, and then there's the afternoon game on Sunday with the LA Dodgers.
It's about 3 hours and 42 minutes to Cincinnati. Great American Ballpark, really a nice ballpark.
Yeah.
Beautiful place. And we went for Bark in the Park with 500 other dogs. It was really fun. And the
fact that you had to have you got the dogs on the road trip and stuff.
No, they loved it. I mean, the sight, sound, smells. They had a Great Dane at this ballpark.
I love Great Danes. My sister Mary Jean has one.
I was eye to eye with the Great Dane.
It's crazy.
They're just like a horse.
I know.
No, they're a little smaller than a horse, but some horses are smaller than a Great Dane. This is a massive animal.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Zeb is really smart too and follows directions. They have a van that's the dog van, and they load it up and they go to the certain areas where it can run. It's a great dog.
You need a pasture.
I know.
I mean, these animals are... Anyway, so we saw Great Pyrenees, English Creams, Golden Retrievers, Bulldogs, what's the long... Not the...
Wiener Dogs, the Dachshunds?
No, it weren't Dachshunds. They were... anyway, lots of breeds.
Corgis?
Nope, wasn't a Corgi. It was a Basset Hound.
Oh, okay, yeah. With the great big ears.
And really, they going up the steps, the Basset Hound had to like rest 7 times.
Yeah.
Because my little legs aren't very long.
That's right.
And supposedly a puppy, but looked like kind of slow. Not running a 4.640.
Right.
But it was just unbelievable. And people, these dogs had Cincinnati red gear on.
Nice.
Well thought out, well behaved.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in that, you're going to buy a seat for your dog.
Got to buy a $25 ticket for your dog.
Probably going to be kind of an elite dog owner.
Yeah. John is busy, but he's calling.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, there he is.
Okay.
All right, we'll get John Decker going. I'll just hold. If that's him, we'll just hold and play what everybody's waiting to hear anyway. We good? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 7:38, and we know what Thursdays at this time mean. John, hold on. Let's do it properly. 3, 2, cue the band. John Decker, John Decker, John Decker. I want to talk to John Decker. He is the one we know. I want to talk to John Decker. He's at the White House in press room.
John Decker, John Decker. I want to talk to John.
Yes, children in combines, planters, farm equipment. Now singing his song, it's John Decker, who will someday have it on his ringtone and be interrupted while talking to Corinne Jean-Pierre. That'd be so fun.
There you go.
Yep. John Decker, great television's White House correspondent, national correspondent. I am fascinated by Donald Trump going into enemy territory tonight in Brooklyn, and I think they are welcoming him with open arms. At least a lot are.
Well, that's right. I have a colleague of mine. He's a photographer for the Associated Press, and he is traveling from Washington up to the Bronx today for that event. And as you know, Donald Trump has no chance whatsoever in terms of winning New York State in 2024. But as you put it, enemy territory, and it's going to get a lot of coverage regardless of whether you're in New York or whether you're in Illinois. So I think that's the reason behind this campaign rally tonight in the Bronx, New York.
Is there a chance that it could expand, though? Minnesota's a 2-point race. Probably not New Jersey, but it's 7 right now. It seems to be tighter than it ought to be.
Well, that's also one of the reasons why earlier this week Donald Trump traveled to New Hampshire. That's a state that Hillary Clinton barely won in 2016. Biden won handily in 2020. And he's looking to, Donald Trump is looking to flip that state in 2024. And, this is the second visit that Biden has made to New Hampshire just since the beginning of the year. So you're right, Stevie. Things are tight in places where perhaps they should not be tight.
Well, again, we're all talking about the swing states. Maybe it doesn't come down. Wouldn't that be just like politics, for stuff to surprise us and all of a sudden things are kind of turned on their head? I wouldn't be shocked at all with the way life is in America and the ups and downs and the things that are surprising that are going on in America. It wouldn't shock me at all, but it's just really hard to know. What do you take of Nikki Haley coming out essentially saying, I'm going to vote for him?
Well, she had to do that. If she wants a future in politics, and she's very ambitious, most politicians are, that's the reason why she declared yesterday she'll vote for Donald Trump. She wants to be considered. I don't think she will be, Stevie, but wants to be considered for Donald Trump's running mate. But if that doesn't happen, she's looking ahead to 2028. It's going to be an open election.
Right.
Donald Trump, if he wins, he can't run again. Joe Biden, if he wins, can't run again. So I think it's just looking into the future. It's all about Nikki Haley in terms of what she announced yesterday.
Make it easy. I don't think Donald Trump is one to forget some of the stuff she said about him. He's probably not the guy that would do that. But would it be formidable to have Nikki Haley on his ticket?
Oh, absolutely it would be. It would make sense. It would unify every part of the Republican Party in the same way, Stevie, think back to 1980 when Ronald Reagan chose George H.W. Bush. It unified the entire Republican Party. They weren't the best of buddies. They said nasty things about each other, and yet they put it all aside just so that they could win the White House. I don't think Donald Trump's going to do that.
Okay.
I've seen the things that Donald J. Trump Jr. has said about Nikki Haley. I don't think it's happening, but you never know. You never know. If it's a long shot in horse racing, it's a long shot, but long shots sometimes win.
Charlemagne said he's not going to endorse anybody. Endorsed Joe Biden last. Does endorsements from Bill Maher, does endorsements for Charlemagne, the radio book guy, does that matter in this day and age at all?
I don't think so. I really don't. Endorsements used to count for something way back when. But people make their own decisions, just based upon the various factors that go into making a decision in terms of who they vote for presidents. For some people, top issue, for most people, I should say, jobs, the economy, inflation. Others, it's border security. But, look, for others, it's the issue of reproductive rights. So it really depends. But for the most part, to what you were asking me, I don't think endorsements matter all that much.
I think people look mad. When you see the man on the street, I know they're heavily edited, but there's some adamant feelings of, man, I can't afford this stuff. The border's bad, the crime's bad, my neighborhood's bad, I don't like the Gaza. There's just a lot of emotion this time, maybe a little sharper than I remember.
Yeah, no, that's right. I think that there is that feeling in the electorate right now. The same kind of feeling that existed back in 2016, which elected Donald Trump to the White House. People in 2016, I think, said, you know what, let me roll the dice, see what happens. Let me vote for this guy who's never run for public office before, never held public office before, is not a career politician, and I think that's one of the reasons why he won in 2016.
I just think that I remember vividly thinking back in 2016, I'm just tired. I think Republicans and Democrats are winking at each other, keeping each other in office. Felt like a club that I'm not part of. That's what it felt like. And
that's right.
I think it's gotten worse, really, frankly. I really do.
Yeah, that was 2016 and 2020. It's just all about, timing and the dynamics of what's happening in the country, in terms of who ultimately wins. In 2008, think about the dynamics that existed then, electing Barack Obama as president of the United States. Such a different dynamic than existed 8 years later.
Yeah. We had a comment from a texter, John, about there isn't a chance in hell for vice president, but she could be going for a seat in his cabinet, if nothing else.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, Secretary of State isn't a bad spot for someone like Nikki Haley, who's been the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. Certainly keeps you in the public eye. It keeps her as someone who's still involved in public service. So maybe that is potentially what she could be thinking of if Donald Trump wins the White House and is looking to round out his cabinet.
I mean, I really don't know. Who he's leaning toward. Any feel at all? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I've always said, Stevie, when people ask me this question, I talk about, I think everything's a horse race, in politics. And and when I go to the track, the rare times that I do that, I bet on the favorite, and then I also bet on a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
So the favorite for me, Stevie, this election cycle, I believe is Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Well,
and the long shot, you know what I've said about the long shot. The long shot is Donald J. Trump Jr.
Yeah.
But that's what horse racing. That's what politics is all about. You got to throw the long shot in there because you never know. Sometimes the long shot hits.
Well, and you know what I've said the whole time. Joe Biden will not be the candidate, and I feel stronger about that than ever. John, I mean, this stuff.
I like you stick to your guns.
No, it's just you're looking at it going, he actually might lose, and the Democrats know it, and they can't. They just can't stick with this because, I'm sorry, we're all headed north on the age, and he's just too old. He comes off as old. I have a lot of empathy for people that are getting to the point of, oh, honey, don't do that. Don't leave the burner on, and don't make sure I'm not leaving my dog with you because I don't trust that. I'm sorry. So he's the president. I just think they're gonna do something. I'm running out of time for this prediction, by the way. What?
Yes, you are. I like that you stick to it. You're going down with the ship.
I'm going down with the ship. I absolutely am. Yeah. I can't fathom it. I think it's obviously Gavin Newsom who's positioned probably the best.
I don't know. There's a deep bench for Democrats if and when Joe Biden. I say when because in 2028 there's a deep bench for all those Democrats who want to run for the presidency. But I see lots of people out there besides Gavin Newsom. I see the governor of Kentucky, Democratic governor of Kentucky, who's won 2 terms as a Democrat in a red state. Governor Bashir, he's a dark horse.
He's not leftist. He's not a progressive.
He's not leftist.
I mean,
right.
J.B. Pritzker, Illinois. J.B. Pritzker wants it bad. Okay, and the family's got $18 billion. $18 billion.
They do.
So
they do.
I think you're going to struggle with the AOC crowd if you're not at least some of that. I think Gavin is. I think J.B. Pritzker is, and probably Governor Whitmer probably is.
Yeah, all of those things matter for a lot, but it also depends what happens in 2024. In the sense that if Donald Trump wins, Democrats may say, you know what, we can't just go with the progressive. We want to win back the White House. They may swallow their pride and vote for somebody who is a mainstream Democrat, like a Governor Andy Bashir. However, if Joe Biden wins, they go, you know what, we helped him win. Right. Progressives may say we want our own guy as the nominee in 2028. So our own woman as our person in 2028. So we'll see what happens.
All right, John Decker, who'd rather be at a Stones concert, working hard in Washington D.C. Anything coming up on your schedule I need to know about?
Yes, there are some things. So today, as we speak, lining up to go out to the South Lawn for state visit of the President of Kenya, a welcoming ceremony that I always love when these welcoming ceremonies happen. So we'll do that. There'll be a joint press conference with President Biden around 12 o'clock in the afternoon today, Eastern Time. And then, Stevie, this is my annual trip. You know where I'm going. I'm going to Roland Garros, Paris, for the French Open. Hopefully, Rafa Nadal can win one more, to somehow muster all the strength to win one more and make it 15 French Open championships, which would be remarkable for one person to accomplish.
And that's on the clay courts where you have to throw your tennis shoes away?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Absolutely, yes. Right. On the clay in Paris. And then a few weeks after that, I'll be traveling to Italy with President Biden for the G7. So we will definitely speak from Italy when that happens.
All right, my friend. Well, we'll get your schedule and talk accordingly as your wonderful trip to Roland Garros and Paris, France, one of your favorite spots. We'll be looking for you in the crowd on the television as well, because I know you. I think you ought to do the ball boy thing and run back and forth. I would love to see that.
Okay.
John would be great at that.
Hard on the knees.
No, but he's young. He's young. He can do that.
There you go.
You just run back and forth. Anyway, appreciate all the time, John.
Thanks, Stevie. Thanks, Diane. Have a great day and a great weekend. Have a great Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, you as well. Thank you. John Decker, live from Washington, D.C. He's involved in something. Oh, he's waiting on the road.
That's right.
Rose Garden.
South Lawn or whatever
South
it was.
Lawn Rose Garden or something. Anyway, Kenya's president. And that's where he is, lined up doing all that stuff he does.
As we wrap up, John Decker, sometimes we play a Stone song here because I got a request for Gimme Shelter, but it's a little tight on us for managing that.
We'll try and see what we can do. Weather brought to you by State Farm Insurance and agent Kurt Lenschow. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Nathaniel's son, coming up.
Well, again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Nice day's worth of weather ahead for the day today. Next weather system via the plains will come through the air for the day tomorrow and tomorrow night. Cooler, drier settles in for the day on Saturday. Another system out of the plains for Sunday into Monday. Brickyard, though, looks to be pretty good for race time activities. Then for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, you'll like it with a pattern shift to drier. Sunshine and 81 today with a fair sky tonight, then 62. Increasing clouds tomorrow, turning more humid. A couple of showers, thunderstorms late morning and afternoon tomorrow. Highs up to 83. Showers and thunderstorms early tomorrow night, low down to 63. And mostly sunny, a bit cooler, less humid Saturday. Highs close to 80. Some shower activity and a couple of thunderstorms over the day on Sunday, and a lingering shower chance Monday. 77 on Sunday. Memorial Day high up to 73. And with dry weather ahead for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, daytime temperatures in the mid and upper 70s. Overnight readings pleasant into the 50s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Beatrice Greg Soldier.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Jesse with Lands Underground Solutions. When it comes to your septic system, trust the team at Lands Underground Solutions. Our septic specialists have been working in the septic industry, installing and repairing septics in Central Illinois for over 40 years. When it comes to your septic system, trust the team at Lands Underground for repairs, maintenance, or replacement of your septic. Lands Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. All right, so on Thursdays, we have something called Did You Know? My son Nathaniel in Chicago. I say, Nathaniel's son, tip of the cap to the Karate Kid. Great movie. Original. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi. And Daniel's son. Nathaniel's son, how are you?
I'm good, Dad. How are you doing?
We're fine. I filled up twice yesterday. Tipped it off at the top. It was got a new Honda CR-V hybrid, so we didn't spend a lot on gas yesterday, which is very nice. Anyway, so when I go to the pump, there's like 9 choices. Not that many, but there's several. Do you know anything about that, sir?
Yeah, so that's exactly what we're going to talk about. And like you're saying, Dad, I think stopping at the pump has become second nature for many of us. And if you're anything like me, or maybe yourself, Dad, once the machine approves your credit card and asks you to select fuel, you just look for the cheapest one.
Yeah, right.
Usually that's the lowest number.
Yep.
Yeah, well, this morning we'll learn a little bit more about what those numbers mean and if you should be selecting a higher one, which I know is exactly what everyone wants to hear, right? Maybe spending more on gas.
Let's spend more on the gas, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so depending on what gas station you go to and what's currently available, there's typically different selections with different octane ratings. Those are the numbers you see at the pump options. Typical options are 87 or regular, 89, which is mid-grade, and then 91 to 94, which is premium for gasoline. Now, there's a few others we'll talk about in a minute, but focusing on these, well, what really is an octane rating? And simply put, it's the stability of a fuel. And what does that mean? Well, to start an engine or a fire of any kind, you need three things, and that's fuel, air, and a spark. And a more stable fuel or a higher octane rating makes it harder to ignite in a way. And this comes invaluable in preventing something called pre-ignition, which mechanics know a lot about, and it is important. We may be asking, well, which one should I be putting in my car? Well, it all depends on what car you drive. Something that's sporty and has a turbocharger should probably get a higher octane fuel because that turbocharger is putting in extra air for extra and higher performance. But a car without a turbocharger and a normal engine will do fine with a regular octane rating, which is the 87. So good news, if you've been selecting that, you can stick with it. But a few other options that we might see are something called E85. Yep. Now, this is a fuel mixture that's a blend of ethanol and gasoline, and as some of us may know, ethanol is derived from corn. And usually this mixture is between 50 to 85% ethanol, hence the name. Now, you should only put this into vehicles that are specifically designed to receive this. It's known as flex fuel. But another option that's come up more recently is something called E15. And it's the same thing, ethanol and gasoline mixed with 15% ethanol. And the EPA has actually approved this and said it can be used on vehicles any newer than 2001. And on average, this option is about 10 cents a gallon cheaper than regular gas. If you feel like any of this applies to you, obviously do more research, but hopefully now we're a bit more informed when we go to the pump rather than just looking at the cheapest option and selecting that.
I wonder what does premium do better for my gas mileage or E15 less gas mileage? I wonder how that all compares.
So the ethanol mixture appears to potentially even have a lower fuel rating. It doesn't perform as well as regular gas, but the higher octane fuel doesn't necessarily translate to gas mileage efficiency. It's really just what's better for your engine. If your engine is a high-performance engine, you need that higher octane fuel.
Gotcha. Well, fast. I hadn't thought 2 seconds about it. You're right. I'd look at the cheapest, and that's what I use. But I know a lot of people get premium, and there's a reason. And you've explained some of that with the better for your engine and perhaps better performing. So it's generally, I don't know how much higher, but I think it's considerably higher. 20 cents a gallon?
It can be, yeah.
Nathaniel-son, well done. I did not know about the gas pump, which we visit darn near every day in America.
Unfortunately.
Well, good. We appreciate it very much, son. Thank you. Well done. Thank you.
All right, take care.
That's Nathaniel-son in Chicago, my son, about gas. I honestly never thought about octane.
That's right.
More than once or twice in my life. So there you have it. You have all your options, and it depends what you drive, which is correct. Okay, news is coming up. Another hour to go. We're going to have the smoke show about your sauces. That adds a lot to meat.
Right.
Tim Onstadt, pitmaster extraordinaire. He'll be coming up in the next hour. Stand by. We have a couple of things cooking. If you're interested in Kelsey Furniture's Tempur-Pedic bed, it's bed day. It's change your life day, perhaps.
Absolutely.
So many testimonials from Stevers that have done this deal, and they just rave.
And you'll go to Kelsey, you'll explore the options, and if you decide to move forward, then we're coughing
$1,000.
Wow.
If you decide not to, tell me and I'll get the next person. But we can choose you by you texting BED to 217-359-2255. Then it was just kind of an open, I guess, thinking aloud.
Yes.
The Chicago Bears are looking for a home. Should I carry the Bears football games on radio? Would you listen?
I like it.
And we've gotten more than I expected, frankly. 217-359-2255. For that, you text Bears or the Bears. Is there interest in the Chicago Bears football team?
That's right.
Or are we so tired of the Bears that they're just, never, ever, they'll never. 1985 was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. But maybe this is a time with the new quarterback, and they're not a bad football team.
That's right.
They've got the fourth easiest schedule in the NFL, is there actually hope on the Chicago Bear horizon? It would have caused you to actually listen to radio versus watching.
And just to give you one more option to text in, we also have our bus trip to Bush on June 22nd, and you can text in bus if you'd like details on that.
3 seats is all I've got left for that.
All righty.
All right, back in just a few. ESPN 93.5 is coming up on 8 o'clock.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window. New roofing and siding are a winning combination that can instantly change the look, feel, and function of your home. Our Kramer Siding and Window team takes pride in being an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred contractor, able to offer a best-in-the-business 50-year warranty. Pair it with preservation siding in your favorite style and color, and your home will be a showstopper. Start today and save 10% on roofing and 25% on siding. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Nikki Haley now supports the Republicans she ran against. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. More than 2 months after dropping out of the presidential race, Nikki Haley tells the Hudson Institute she'll vote for former President Trump, citing foreign policy and border security.
Trump has not been perfect on these policies. I've made that clear many, many times. But Biden has been a catastrophe.
Now, today, the former president will hold a rally in a Democratic stronghold, the South Bronx in New York City.
Him coming here is going to show that at least he's trying.
My advice to Trump is just to be himself, to be relatable.
Now, Democrats plan a Trump is not welcome in the Bronx counter rally. In Mexico, a presidential campaign rally turned deadly. 9 people killed in a stage collapse. Fox's Jonathan Savage reports.
The tragedy happened as center-left presidential candidate Jorge Alvarez Maínez was giving a speech in the city of San Pedro Garza near Monterrey. In video posted on social media, a roof and lighting structure come crashing down. People can be heard screaming as they run from the stage. Maínez says a sudden gust of wind led to the incident.
The candidate was not injured. 60 others were. The Senate will vote today trying to revive a border security bill that stalled in February. Democrats say it'll change asylum rules and stem the flow of illegal immigration. Most Republicans disagree, say it won't do enough. GOP senators are also concerned about this.
After 2 Jordanian nationals attempted to breach Marine Corps Base Quantico in Virginia while dressed as delivery drivers, Republican South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham wants answers.
You got 2 fighting age males, came here illegally from the Mideast. What could possibly go wrong?
Fox News has learned through multiple DHS sources one of the Jordanian nationals crossed the border illegally in the San Diego sector last month and was released on a notice to appear. The other is a student who had overstayed his visa.
Ryan Schmelz, America's listening to Fox News.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric. Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes. You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? ROLAIDS.
What about when life spells fried chicken?
ROLAIDS.
4th cup of coffee?
Still ROLAIDS.
Extra cheesy pizza?
Rolaids always spells relief. Rolaids' powerful dual-active formula begins neutralizing acid on contact to fight your heartburn fast. So, when life spells heartburn, Rolaids spells relief. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The damage assessment continues amid all the storm damage and heartache in tornado-torn-apart areas of Iowa.
Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds got her first look at the destruction in the town of Greenfield the day after the deadly storms hit.
It is just horrific. It's hard to describe.
Severe storms and multiple tornadoes plowed across the state Tuesday, injuring at least 35 people and killing 5, 4 of them in Greenfield, where this woman lives.
Our hospital destroyed. Our nursing home was right over there. That's destroyed.
The National Weather Service believes the tornado that leveled the town was an EF3 or stronger. The governor estimates it caused at least $1 million in damage. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
It's sentencing day in Maryland for now infamous former Baltimore prosecutor.
Federal prosecutors have recommended a 20-month prison sentence for Marilyn Mosby, a former state's attorney found guilty of mortgage fraud and perjury by 2 separate juries. She became known nationally when she brought charges against 6 Baltimore police officers in the 2015 death of Freddie Gray, a black man injured in police custody who later died. Mosby was accused of improperly taking $90,000 from the city's deferred compensation plan during the pandemic and using it for down payments on vacation homes. Her lawyers say she was legally entitled to make the withdrawals. Mosby has applied for a presidential pardon. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
We just got new unemployment numbers showing a decline. The 215,000 first-time claims last week is a drop of 8,000 from the week before. On Wall Street, stock futures are rising. In the NBA playoffs, Dallas takes game 1 of the Western Conference Finals.
Doncic fakes, bumps, fires, good! Big shot!
Luka Doncic scored 33 points, leading the Mavericks to a 108-105 win over Minnesota on TNT. Florida beat the New York Rangers in the NHL Eastern Conference Final opener. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois Department of Natural Resources and the Illinois Conservation Police urging people to be safe boating over the Memorial Day weekend. Boaters should wear life jackets anytime they're on the water and only operate boats while sober. Last year, there were 70 reportable boating accidents on Illinois waters, resulting in 12 deaths and 37 injuries. A search for a swimmer who went missing in Kickapoo State Park this past weekend is over. Police say the swimmer's body found in the middle fork of the Vermilion River. He was identified as Jose Alberto Lopez Fernandez. An autopsy has been scheduled. Illinois lawmakers will likely be able to pass legislation that would eliminate the sub-minimum wage for tip workers before the spring legislative session ends Friday. The bill hasn't been called to a vote in either chamber. Proposed bill would phase out the sub-minimum wage over a 2-year period. Chicago voted to eliminate sub-minimum wage last year. And once again, not just on the waters, but as you're traveling through the weekend, be safe. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim Miller. ESPN 93.5. Good to have you listening here. Weather coming up here brought to you by Busey. For over 150 years, I wonder what the weather was like in 1868 when they opened their doors. I bet it was muddy. I bet the horse coming into the drive-thru, that'd have been a muddy mess.
There you go.
And Soye could have been.
I think operators of that kind of vehicle were probably getting wet too.
Well, yeah, and your cup with a string on it would have been what I had back then for you to tell people what the weather. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, testing.
He says it's going to rain. I don't know what we'd had. All right, well, it's our meteorologist, Greg Solye. He has a look at this weather forecast for Champaign-Urbana. Memorial Day weekend on the horizon,
right, and
sir.
some people had asked about the race in Indianapolis. I don't know if you've got the charts going out that far, but
yeah, we do.
Always fun on Sunday.
All
yeah,
right.
Is that Sunday or Monday they race that thing?
Sunday. The rain day's Monday. I think rain day's Monday.
Oh, so they run it Sunday.
Yes,
they have
do.
Monday in
And
case.
Yeah. Oh, see, I thought the actual race itself. See, that's how much into auto racing I am. I thought the actual race was on Monday. That's why I kept saying Monday.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. Well, we'll backtrack. Let's get to that first, and yeah, we'll keep an eye on. I think the morning hours may be okay, but maybe late in the race, we'll keep an eye on thunderstorms. Still think there's a decent window whether we're looking at Sunday or Monday. Maybe a little cautionary yellow flag, perhaps at some point later in the race on Sunday. Monday, maybe something in the morning, maybe something towards evening time. That as well looks to be. If you had to call it and do it on Monday, all ahead forward on that. But I still think there's opportunities to get it in on Sunday. So I'll have to make a mental note that race gets done on Sunday, not Monday. Anyway, back to the matters at hand. 68 now, Willard and Savoy, and 66 at Danville, 64 Rantoul. You get up towards Peoria, 65. A little rain down near Terre Haute, but moving on the I-70 corridor way. Lots of sunshine, just a little patch of high-level cloud from time to time, and a nice looking day's worth of weather for outdoor work and play. Back 9, back 40, and whatever you have up your sleeve. You're about 81 with a northeast to east wind on the light side. Fair tonight, 62. Increasing clouds, more humidity tomorrow, late morning, more so tomorrow afternoon. A couple of clusters of showers and thunderstorms at a high up around 83. That'll be with us here just early tomorrow night with a low down at 63. We dry the air out a little bit for the day on Saturday. Sunshine, no rain, light wind, and about 79. But we're back into chasing the showers and thunderstorms here on Sunday. A batch of the morning, a batch of the afternoon, and high near about 77. Lingering shower chance Monday, no big deal, 73. Then, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days at least, and it's a pattern shift to drier finally with daytime temperatures in the 70s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgan.
All right, thank you, sir. We appreciate it. ESPN 93.5. Who was it that used to sing Back Home Again in Indiana?
I think Jim Neighbors, right?
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it's James Melton these days. I was just searching that.
Anyway, that was a kind of a tradition because Jim Neighbors, does anybody remember him? He was
golly.
Well, he was in Gomer Pyle, but you got to be 60 to remember that. I mean,
I'm not 60 yet.
Gomer Pyle from Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Try to look at it from my side, will you? You see, you broke the law.
Barney
now
Fife.
Let me finish. Now it's from little misdemeanors that major felonies grow. And it's my
So he's giving Gomer a ticket because he did a U-turn right in front of the sheriff's office.
Must be upheld. Now, if I, as just plain John Doe, an ordinary citizen, were to see you making a U-turn, I'd have to make a citizen's arrest. Gomer, you'll be a better man if you'll try to think of us all working together for a common cause.
And so Barney feels pretty good. Andy Griffith's show is iconic. So there's Barney getting in his car. Now what he's going to do is he's going to do a U-turn, and Gomer's watching it. So right in front of Gomer Pyle, then Gomer doesn't like the fact that Barney does a U-turn. There's his U-turn.
Barney, stop! Citizens arrest!
Citizens arrest.
So that was Gomer Pyle. He had the citizens arrest, that kind of stuff. And then you hear him do Back Home Again in Indiana, what he did for so many years. He passed away years ago.
Right.
But man, you heard his voice, and you just said
traditional singing.
No way, that's not Gomer Pyle. Citizens arrest.
That's right.
USMC, I'm a Marine. He had that sound.
Once again, it is my privilege to introduce to you Mr. Jim Neighbors.
And then you heard his voice, and you're going, that's not Gomer Pyle. Indiana boy.
Fans are arm in arm at the Indy 500.
Back home again in Indiana.
I mean, you'd say that's not Gomer Pyle. I always was blown away by that.
I can see the gleaming candle.
I have never been to the Indianapolis 500.
Me either.
Heard it's fun.
Through the sycamores for me.
There's your Jim Neighbors. If anybody remembers him, there it was. Okay,
108 Indy 500.
108?
Wow.
What are they running 108 years ago? What kind of vehicle was that?
Right.
That's crazy old. I can't believe we've been doing that. I mean, how fast were they going back then? 30?
No.
We're talking about 1916. Henry Ford was a popular man. I don't think they're going very fast in the Indy 500 1916. Yeah, you're right. All right, it's 812-217-359-2255. That's our official National Bank text line. We also have...
crowd of more than 300,000 come to the
I always think
race.
of the logistics and stuff like that, so I always get concerned about porta potties. Yeah, there's a lot of them. 300,000 people? I mean, Memorial Stadium on a good day for us is 50,000. That's 6 times Memorial Stadium on a good day. Wow. That's a lot of people.
It sure is.
Tapman's Towing phone line. All of our guests appear on the Tapman's Towing phone line. Again, our text line working on several issues here. We got a number of you that would listen to the Chicago Bears on radio.
Thanks for contributing.
Yeah, if you are a Bears fan, you'd like them locally on clear sounding FM. We'd figure out ESPN. We'd have to complete the Cardinal season, but then play a whole lot of Bear games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it wouldn't, because it's Sunday afternoon.
Right.
I think the sound of it would be cool. Jeff Joniak's pretty popular.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing play-by-play for the Bears a long time. So we're just asking for opinions. I think there's enough of you to make me say, more than I would have expected.
Right.
So if you're interested in Bears on radio, I think it's kind of a TV event. I think most sports now, if you really want to watch it, you're going to watch it. You're not listening to too much, but some people really like the sound of it.
Yeah.
And doing other things as opposed to sitting on a couch just glued to the TV. But I think if it's a game you want to see it. I don't know. Anyway, we're discussing that this morning. We also have the Tempur-Pedic bed that I'm doing $1,000 toward a life-changing purchase maybe for you. And if you're curious and at least trying it, we're welcoming your bed text to 217-359-2255. To Kelsey Furniture and the Tempur-Pedic bed, a premium bed to be sure, but the response, and I played some of these clips over and over again over the years, of the people that have done the Stever program, get my money, buy the bed, and their life changes. It's incredible, actually.
The Tom Jones Challenger League on Tuesdays and Saturdays. I was helping on Celebrity Night last Tuesday, or a couple of days ago, announcing, and somebody asked about the starting 5 contest, Stevie.
That's another thing we're doing. Because of the outrageous, and it is outrageous, nature of college sports now because of the money. It's crazy because the prices are going up. Here, one guy said he was promised $1 million, didn't get it, and he's suing the university.
Oh, wow.
I mean, those kinds of issues are. And I get it. If you're going to play, you got to play.
Right.
If you don't, you're not going to probably get the top players.
And, it's just being talked about. It's audible when you're negotiating these deals, but you got to lock it in.
Now it's much more sophisticated. Okay. So you got stuff in writing. But we're to name the starting 5 is you'll have till June 30 to put 5 names online at steviejay.com.
There, all the rules are there to look it over, and it's a chance to win $3,000.
Because I don't think it's currently possible and Brad Underwood would tell you he doesn't know.
That's
and June
right.
June 30 he won't know. Heck, he probably won't know September 30.
It could be.
It's illuminating the craziness of it. If nobody can name the starting 5, first regular season basketball, and not the preseason stuff. First regular season, 5 guys trot out there. If you're right, and if there's 7 of you, we'll have a drawing.
And we'd like to thank our presenting sponsor, Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing. And then we have Thomas & Ellers Insurance and U of I Golf Course in Savoy, willing to talk to you about, your starting 5 and kick around this idea.
Yeah.
Totally fun here on ESPN 93.5.
Got till June 30 to get your picks in. It's 1 entry per household, and you got to be at least 21.
That's right.
All right, sports headlines.
So, Illinois-Nebraska game is going to change from Saturday, September 21st to Friday night, September 20th at 7.
It's at Nebraska. I don't care. It's at Nebraska.
Okay.
So it's not taking away a Saturday tailgate.
Okay.
We already had that taken away with Eastern. That's
You're
a
right.
Thursday night
You're
game.
right.
All right, so at Nebraska, whatever.
So also in Illini Nation, Penn State over Illinois 8-4. So in Omaha, we've got Iowa today at 10 o'clock. This is a double elimination tournament. So we could still have a chance to pull it out, right?
Yeah, you're going to play more games. You have to have more pitching arms. We got upset. Again, I think all Big Ten teams have an ace, and the Penn State ace went crazy, probably the best game of his life, to shut us down. So we just go win today. Go win today.
Round 1 for Illinois men's golf as an 11 seed in Carlsbad, California.
It's if they play the professional tees, the rating is 75, meaning the great golfers are supposed to shoot 75. I would wonder if they would play the collegiate tees. It's only 6,800 though. The professional tees are like 71, 7,200. And it looks pretty challenging. We'll see how our Illini do it. Mike Small to see if he can win that first national championship.
Well, it looks beautiful in Southern California, and they have some kind of spa in the name of the golf course. So
Omni Resort Spa and Golf or something. It looks beautiful. And
I would like to follow the Illini golf team on this one.
Between L.A. and San Diego, Carlsbad, California. Go Illini.
Exactly. And in Fayetteville, Arkansas, we've got the NCAA West preliminaries, and we've got shot put with Tyler Sudeth and Cody Johnson on the pole vault. So go Illini. Well, we had 2 games yesterday for our Cardinals. We finished out that suspended game and beat Baltimore 3-1, and then beating Baltimore 5-4 on that second game.
Oh.
So they've got a break today, setting up for the series. Cubs versus Cardinals on a Memorial Day holiday weekend. Tomorrow at 7:15, you'll hear the action here on ESPN 93.5 and across the hallway here at Stevie Jay Broadcasting on US 105.9. The Cubs will finish out their series against Atlanta after losing yesterday 9-2. Ben Brown on the mound for the Cubbies with the 120 start. Toronto over the Chicago White Sox 9-2. They've got Baltimore with a 640 start. And San Diego over Cincinnati 7-3. It's a 12-10 start today. Jacob Hurtubise with a walk, his first run, and a diving catch.
There you go. Yes.
Stevie Jay's son-in-law.
Very fun to
so
follow.
Proud of him.
You walk into the stadium and it's just like, wow, this is
that Great American Ballpark. I want to go.
Beautiful place.
All right.
It's right on the water. Mm-hmm. Right on the water. It used to be called, I think, Three Rivers, because it's right there. It's right. You can see Kentucky. Covington, Kentucky's across the bridge.
Okay.
Very close to 3 states with Indiana, Kentucky, and of course Ohio. Okay, here you go with the weather.
Well, again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. Nice day's worth of weather ahead for the day today. Next weather system via the plains will come through the air for the day tomorrow and tomorrow night. Cooler, drier settles in for the day on Saturday. Another system out of the plains for Sunday into Monday. Brickyard, though, looks to be pretty good for race time activities. Then for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, you'll like it with a pattern shift to drier. Sunshine and 81 today with a fair sky tonight and 62. Increasing clouds tomorrow, turning more humid. A couple of showers, thunderstorms late morning and afternoon tomorrow. Highs up to 83. Showers and thunderstorms early tomorrow night, low down to 63. And mostly sunny, a bit cooler, less humid Saturday. Highs close to 80. Some shower activity and a couple of thunderstorms over the day on Sunday. And a lingering shower chance Monday. 77 on Sunday. Memorial Day high up to 73. And with dry weather ahead for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. Daytime temperatures in the mid and upper 70s. Overnight readings pleasant into the 50s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is the Fox Business Report.
There were fewer people filing for unemployment benefits last week. Assigned layoffs remain at low levels. The number of new claims dropped 8,000 to 215,000, though the number of people remaining on benefits continuing claims rose to 1.79 million. Also, there's a sign manufacturing slowed last month. The Chicago Fed's National Activity Index slipped to a deeper negative reading in April. Chipmaker NVIDIA's quarter jumped past expectations, and it remains optimistic about future demand for its artificial intelligence chips. NVIDIA is raising its dividend, splitting its stock 10-for-1, which will make it possible for more investors to buy it. NVIDIA shares are up 8%. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
I'm Charles Payne. Listen to my Unstoppable Prosperity podcast so I can get you making money right now. Whether stocks are hitting new all-time highs or in free fall mode, opportunities abound. So why are so many potential investors still sitting on the sidelines? In a new season of my podcast, I'm going to get you in the game. After 38 years on Wall Street, I'm ready to impart some lessons and get you invested in the greatest wealth-generating machine in history. Listen anytime, everywhere at foxbusinesspodcast.com or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.
Busey knows the importance of a lasting promise. They're pleased to offer financial support toward continuing education endeavors to applicants of all ages and educational backgrounds through the Busey Bank Bridge Scholarship. Through the Busey Bank Bridge Scholarship Fund, $25,000 in scholarships will be awarded annually. Available across the Busey footprint, funds will be dispersed through 10 scholarships of $2,500 each. Scholarships can be used for tuition, fees, books, or supplies for continuing education. The application deadline, though, is coming up. June 3rd is your application deadline. Why not apply for 10 of these for $2,500? Applicants will be required to meet specific eligibility requirements. Complete details on the Busey Bank Bridge Scholarship eligibility criteria and application process can be found if you'll go to busey.com, then a /scholarship. Busey for over 150 years, member FDIC.
Hey, where are you headed?
To Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola.
What do they have there?
What don't they have there? Living room furniture, benches, chests, love seats, sectionals, tables, bedroom sets, hutches, nightstands, end tables, cabinets, mirrors, stools, clocks, lamps, pillows, rugs, desks, media consoles, patio furniture, Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and more.
So, everything.
Yeah, probably could have just said that.
Kelsey Furniture, quality for less. Your lawn is an important investment. Let Spring Green take care of that lawn. Your local, family-owned and operated Spring Green has been committed to beautifying your neighborhood through quality, service, and professionalism. Spring Green's full program customers are backed by their guarantee of satisfaction. Smart Money Magazine reports that consumers value a home with a well-maintained lawn and landscape up to 11.3% higher than the base price. Why don't you call Spring Green today, 359-2111, or visit them at spring-green.com.
Better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making.
Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. We are a locally owned community bank that has served the area since 1955. Fisher National is rooted in the communities we serve. We pride ourselves on providing financial resources that match or better the mega banks. We are your friends and neighbors who are involved in your communities and take a vested interest in seeing our customers thrive and prosper. Offering a line of rewarding consumer-centric deposits, home mortgages, small business banking, and agricultural lending. There are no compromises banking local with Fisher National. Our convenient online and mobile tools are second to none. We'll work hard to meet your financial needs and earn your trust. Learn more about Fisher National at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches. Our team looks forward to serving you.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
Well, good morning to Jared White, Scout Executive. I think Scouts have always been good and great tools in learning. Are you an Eagle, Mr. Jared?
Yes, sir, I am. Yes,
what was your Eagle project?
Right.
I landscaped the public library in a little town in southeast Missouri called Park Hills.
And it's still standing, man. It's beautiful. Jared, good job, man. I think
thank you.
Scouting's great. All right, tell me what events you got coming up next week.
So next week we have our 4th annual Pintwood Derby. And you probably remember, Stevie, maybe if you were involved in scouting, you guys raced these Pintwood Derby cars. You know, the little, small, probably 6-inch cars, right? That your dad probably helped you build?
Well, when it was my turn to be a scout in Philo, my brothers were in, and then my turn, and the scoutmaster quit. And so
no.
I kind of took it personally.
Yeah, Greg and Johnny really put them through the ringer.
So I had no scouting per se, and I probably really needed it. So I took Nathaniel to this derby when he was 9, and his dad, me, didn't have the scouting. So you see the discrepancy because I think 3 other dads had hired Honda and General Motors for their car to put the graphite on the little thing.
Advanced.
So we went 0-6 and started crying. So that wasn't a great experience for me. So what you need is that clown car really slow so we won a race. That's what I needed. More clown car. Anyway, it's a great thing to learn how stuff works. It's a great thing scouting can do to help you have tools, and I totally endorse what you're doing, and I hope that a lot of people go to Riggs, and that's what date?
So that's next Wednesday, May 29th, and that'll be at 6 p.m. at Riggs. And you can find all the information on our website, prairielands.org, prairielandsbsa.org. And it's also on our Facebook site, and WCIA shared it yesterday, so you can find it out there quite a bit.
Okay. So you said Pintwood Derby.
Nice, Pine.
Yeah,
P-I-N-E.
But I mean, it's at Riggs.
Oh, well, wait a minute.
It's at Riggs.
Yeah, but the child's 8 years old. They can't drink, Jared.
Okay,
what are you doing? This is more for the adults, because most of the time, anybody that builds these Pintwood Derby cars, their dads usually build them for them. You know, some of them do. Some let their kids build them, and some their dads build them so they're fast. You know, and you'll see kids walk in, and the dad's holding the car, and he says, "Okay," and he'll hand the kid right before he checks in to say, "Now you can hand it. Just don't touch it. Just turn it in." And so, now dads can actually get to have the fun, and they can build the car. We have 3 categories.
Little League Baseball on steroids, man.
I know.
Yes.
Okay, so 3 categories.
Yeah, we have 3 categories. We have, Cub Scout rules, which is nothing, which is just 5 ounces. No extra propulsion, just 5 ounces. Use the kit as it's built. There is the unlimited class, which you can kind of build whatever you want, as fast as you want. One year we had one that had a motor in it, and it went really fast, and it was still the same size as the other car. And then, as you talked about, Stevie, you talk about with your son, all show, no go.
Yeah.
So all show, no go. So you just make something that looks really cool.
Yeah. So what do I enter? Because I hired the guy from BMW. What would that category be in? So,
right.
Yeah. Well, I think usually let's hope that'd be a fast one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's really is a fun event, and what's really the best thing about scouting is you learn so many applicable tools for your life that you actually know what the difference between a flathead and a pointy one is. That's what I call it. So I love what scouts can do, and I love the philosophy
of
life
skills.
It's wonderful. And an Eagle Scout like Jared, I know what you can do. And I could ask you to do a lot of things. I'd probably hand you my phone and you could figure it out.
Right.
So it's just good stuff. So again, how can people find out more about what you're doing? How can they get their child involved in scouting? How would all that work?
So they can go to our website, prairielandsbsa.org, and they can find all the contact information there, or they can call us at the office at 217 217-531-0218.
Okay. I'm just so proud of all the scouts I know. My hometown of Tolono on May the 4th, be with you. We had a big camp out event right around our scout cabin in Westside Park. And I tell you what, there was a storm that blew through. And they went in the scout cabin, but I was like, oh, they're going to pull the wuss card and just, say it's canceled or whatever. They did it, and they stayed.
No.
It was awesome. And that's what you need.
I was camping off my daughter that weekend as well at Camp Drake, and it popped up a big storm, and we stayed. Yeah, you're going to stay.
I mean, and you need to know what to do in those kind of stormy situations. You can't just cave all the time in life and say, oh, it's going to be too dangerous, whatever. You don't really learn how to handle a situation then.
Well, and scouting's motto is to be prepared, right? So we teach kids all about that. Last year in June, we had the Derecho that came through Camp Drake on June 29th, and it destroyed Camp Drake. But most everybody was kept safe. We built a new shower house. It's also a storm shelter, so we had all the kids involved in that. We just did all the right things to make sure everybody was safe.
Excellent.
And that's what we're about.
Thanks, Jared.
Keep up your good work, Jared White, Scout Executive. Way to go.
Thanks, Stevie. Thanks, Diane. Have a great day.
You as well.
May 29th at Riggs Prairie Land at bsa.org for details.
I've never met an Eagle Scout that I wasn't impressed with.
I'm telling you.
You get to be Eagle Scout that stays with you forever.
It does.
It's just, and plus the tools you learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So proud of my nephews who are Eagle Scouts.
That's just a big deal.
Absolutely.
It's a really big deal. All right, back in a moment, ESPN 93.5. Hey, it's Thursday. It's May 23 at 8:30.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. 2.5 months after dropping out of the Republican presidential race, Nikki Haley says she still thinks former President Trump should do more to win over her supporters, but says she will be voting for him in November.
I put my priorities on a president who's going to have the backs of our allies and hold our enemies to account, who would secure the border, no more excuses.
Senate Democrats are forcing another vote on a border bill today.
The proposal failed to overcome a Senate filibuster in February amid opposition from former President Trump and House Republican leaders who insist the compromise does not go far enough. Supporters of the bill call it the toughest border and immigration reform in decades that would raise asylum standards and give the president power to close the border.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. New unemployment claims are down. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A search for a swimmer who went missing in Kickapoo State Park this past weekend is over. Police say the swimmer's body found in the middle fork of the Vermilion River. He was identified as Jose Alberto Lopez Fernandez. An autopsy has been scheduled. Illinois lawmakers will likely be able to pass legislation that would eliminate the sub-minimum wage for tip workers before the spring legislative session ends Friday. The bill hasn't been called to a vote in either chamber. Proposed bill would phase out the sub-minimum wage over a 2-year period. Chicago voted to eliminate sub-minimum wage last year. Illinois Department of Natural Resources and the Illinois Conservation Police urging people to be safe boating over the Memorial Day weekend. Boaters should wear life jackets anytime they're on the water and only operate boats while sober. Last year, there were 70 reportable boating accidents on Illinois waters, resulting in 12 deaths and 37 injuries. And once again, not just on the waters, but as you're traveling through the weekend, be safe. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Political news is sure to dominate the headlines in 2024, adding uncertainty to the markets. This makes a disciplined investment strategy even more critical to achieving your long-term goals. To assure your investments are aligned with your objectives, contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tapman's Towing, team of experienced tow professionals, is seeking others with CDLs, previous tow experience, and or strong interest in serving others. Please visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
BMW, Buick, GMC, Honda, and Subaru. Welcome to Sarah Champagne. We can handle all your car repairs on site, including paintless dent repair, bumpers, windshields, everything in between. We have an amazing selection of new or pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Shop from home and buy online or reserve your vehicle before it hits our website or dealership. Sarah Champagne is home of the Sarah One Price Promise, delivering an honest and transparent buying experience. Hurry in or shop online at sarahchampagne.com.
So you live in the country or a rural area, but you struggle with internet, right? Well, not anymore. MF Wireless is your premier rural high-speed internet provider. Macomber Farms Wireless is a local internet provider. It started in Camargo. Their focus, providing you reliable, high-speed internet with friendly and fast customer service. Just go to MF, as in Macomber Farms, mfwireless.com. Check for coverage. mfwireless.com.
Well, we'll get everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and Memphis Saturday, and a nice day's worth of weather ahead for the day-to-day. Subtle pattern shift with less frequency weather systems moving for the next 4 or 5 days. Leave some wet weather at times over the Memorial Day holiday weekend. Thereafter, broadening windows of opportunity to gain access to the backyard and the back 40. Mostly sunny, warm, dry weather for the day-to-day. Highs up around 81, light northeast to east wind. Picture perfect mid to late May's worth of weather. Tonight, fair and 62, increasing clouds tomorrow. Late morning and more likely afternoon, showers and thunderstorms scattered with a high up to 83. Some showers and thunderstorms early tomorrow night, low down to 63. Mostly sunny, cooler, less humid Saturday. Good looking day, the high about 79. A couple of showers and thunderstorms back in for Sunday. Lingering shower chance on Monday, should not be a washout over at the Brickyard. 77 on Sunday, 73 here on Memorial Day Monday. Then dry weather for a good part of the remainder of next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sunshine, daytime temperatures in the 70s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Yeah, that's right. Mark had said, I said Three Rivers for Cincinnati's old stadium, and it's actually Riverfront. That's right. That's where Pete Rose, Johnny Bench, the great Big Red Machine of 1975.
Mark said you were thinking Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Three Rivers with the Allegheny, three of them. Right there where the Three Rivers. Now they're all called these fancy names. There's Great American is an insurance. I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
There's a massive corporate building across the street called Great American Insurance. I didn't know Great American was insurance. I thought it was like Six Flags, something like that. You know? Right. That's my preference. Yeah, let's not go down the roller coaster this time. That was too scary. Ladies and gentlemen, on Thursday, we get a real pro. He's a pit master, the number one guy, according to the Stevie Jay brisket makers in the world. It's our guy on this show. And now, a brand new show called Smoke, where we help you with your grill and making the best meat ever. With award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Smoke in Tim's Grill. He's the best brisket maker ever. Smoke in Tim's Grill. And now award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Yes, sir. He was also part of the PGA Championship weekend, because you went to Valhalla, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I went and climbed those mountains on Saturday. That course is a lot hillier than it looks on TV.
Because you can't really see undulation in hills when you're watching golf on the television. But you said you walked a lot that day, huh?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. There were 4 or 5 guys with the orange Department of Corrections jumpsuits on following Scotty around.
Oh, boy. They actually had T-shirts with his mugshot on produced that quick.
Oh, you're kidding.
But they were just free Scotty and stuff like that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, free Scotty shirts were all over the place. I'm surprised they got those printed and out within 24 hours.
It's unbelievable how entrepreneurial we all are. Tim is fantastic on the grill and the smoker, and of course, and a lot of stuff kind of comes down sometimes to the sauce that you're able to come up with. How do you guys figure all that out, Tim? Do you invent your own? Do you take tips from other people?
We've tried it, and I want to save a lot of people trouble on this. You can try to blend your own sauce and start with the raw ingredients and do all that. 99% sure you're not going to be able to come up with something better than what somebody else already has done.
Right.
And that's what we found out. We learned that the hard way. But we also found out that for our competitions and for the different flavor profiles we're looking for, one sauce just doesn't do it. So we blend to get a lot of the flavors. There's all kinds of different styles out there: Texas, St. Louis, Memphis, Piedmont, Carolina, Alabama, Kansas City. All those are different styles, and we mainly take a Memphis style and blend it with a little bit of St. Louis, and maybe add a little bit more heat to it. But
how do you know? Because you can go overboard on the heat too, right? Yeah, I put some chili flakes in some stuff, and it doesn't take many.
Right.
Well, the big mistake a lot of people do when they do something like that is they do it cold and they're tasting it cold. And they don't. The flavor of barbecue sauce changes tremendously once you heat it up.
I didn't know that. Did you know that?
You'll never want to. Yeah, you don't ever want to put cold sauce on hot meat.
I got you.
But you don't want to cook it again either. You just want to get it warmed up to a good warm temperature where you're not impacting that temperature on the meat, and they're not changing the flavor of the sauce once it gets on the grill.
Which one has more of a mustard lean? Is that Kansas City?
There's a Carolina Gold that is a mustard-based sauce.
Maybe I'm thinking of that.
So you're taking this Memphis and a little St. Louis, and you're kind of putting it in there for a little heat. Okay.
Yeah, that's a tangy, sweet sauce with a little bit of heat. We sweeten it up with some honey, apple sugar, and add a touch more heat to it than what either one of those would normally have.
But you really don't truly know any flavor or feel without heating it.
Yeah, you warm it up to get the true flavor.
Gotcha. Good
and
tip.
We do that.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
I mean, we're blending and tasting on the stove. And we'll put a little Worcestershire sauce in our sauce as well. Just anything to get that savory flavor with some sweet and heat on top of it.
And you know when you got it right? When you taste something, you go, that's it.
Yeah, we know when we hit it.
Okay.
And we've got some targets that we're shooting for that kind of hard to hit sometimes, but barbecue sauce can be anything you like. A lot of people don't realize it. Barbecue sauce started in the 1700s in the Dominican Republic with just lime juice and pepper.
Ooh. You get some of those peppers will make you sweat.
Yep. We didn't even start putting ketchup and molasses into it until the last century.
Really? So, Tim Onstad, extraordinarily intelligence.
And you can do some crazy stuff. Alabama White is a mayonnaise-based sauce.
I'd like that.
I think I'd like that, yeah. And where do you buy all your sauces?
Same place we get a lot of ingredients. We get them either on the internet at barbecuesuperstore.com or kansascitybarbecuestore.com.
Kind of like the fireworks store, man. They got everything there. Yeah.
But surprisingly, Rural King has really stepped up. They're a customer of our trucking business, so I don't mind talking about them. Rural King has stepped up. They stock a lot of Blues Hog and a lot of obscure sauces that you can't really find in a normal store. But we go in there.
It's over by Sam's, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
In Champaign, yeah.
Yeah, that's where they got popcorn on the floor. And our dogs love it there. Yeah, we love going there.
we like to experiment, too. We'll blend some stuff. And the thing about barbecue is it's not like baking a cake where you have to have your ingredients, everything just perfect. Barbecue is what you like.
All right.
It's the people's culinary. So.
Well, now that we've combed over the sauce topic, I did see some culinary experts that had mentioned some sides, and I know you and Donna do great sides, but I just wanted to go through the top 5. Mac and cheese was at 5, coleslaw was at 4, Mediterranean pasta salad at 3, and Mexican street corn salad was number 2. I haven't even heard of those two. The top one was creamy potato salad.
Wow.
For people on the Memorial Day holiday.
Can comment on 3 of them. Macaroni and cheese is best in a smoker.
Okay.
And if you take some of your leftover brisket and chop it up and put in your macaroni and cheese and smoke it, that's incredible.
How do you smoke? I mean, I thought you needed water to make it soft. How do you smoke a macaroni cheese thing? I don't know.
Well, you mix it up first, Stevie, and put it in the pan, and then that smoke gets in that top.
You made the mac and cheese, and then you put it in the smoker.
I, of course, knew that. I was testing.
Okay.
Everybody knows that. Everybody. No, that sounds ridiculous. With your brisket and mac and cheese?
That sounds awesome.
That sounds... oh, man.
The hardest part about that recipe is having leftover brisket.
Okay.
I don't care. That's fine with me.
Maybe set it aside before you serve it up.
You're going to qualify that. If it's Tim's brisket, heck yeah. Okay, Tim is also the man at Dedicated Diesel, Dixie Choppers. Those are the fastest mowers made. The quality is just tip-top. What do you know about Dixie Chopper today, Tim?
Hey, Dedicated Diesel, we're continuing our May sale through Memorial Day. $1,000 off any Z2 residential and $2,000 off of any Blackhawk commercial mower. Those veterans in your life, we celebrate them. We salute them this week. $500 off just for being military on top of any other deals.
Wow, wonderful.
So,
how nice of you. That's very nice.
Try to give back a little bit.
Yes.
You can get a hold of Dedicated Diesel on Facebook at Dedicated Equipment. You can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana. Connect with me on email at timo@gftlog.com. We'll get you set up one way or the other.
How's your drivers? Everything good at Gale Ferrex Trucking?
We are full on owner-operators right now. I'm making a list of anybody that wants to come on a waiting list for owner-operators. I've got one position open for a good regional driver, guaranteed $1,200 a week gross pay, home every weekend, benefits, and he gets to work with Donna.
Wow. Come on.
And
That's
how about
that's
like
the biggie.
the dispatchers or some kind of behind the scenes on that, or mechanics?
I'm sorry, what was the
You're all
question?
good? You have dispatchers or mechanics, you're all loaded up.
Kind of behind the scenes.
Oh, yes, our office crew is the best. It's the best we've had in 14 years here.
That's awesome.
The shop is good. I think everybody gets along. It's a family-type atmosphere, so it's hard to get somebody to leave to have a spot open like that.
Hey, listen, you want to get on the waiting list, get hold of Tim O at gftlog.com.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, you the man. Well done.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
You as well. I'm going to Rural King, man. Loading up the cart on all
Get
those
some great sauces.
and mix and match.
Good tip,
Then I'm
Tim.
going to heat them before I taste it.
That's right.
Never done that. Oh. 8:45, so we have him on. He illuminates. Sports headlines coming up.
Urbana's Market at the Square has been cultivating a vibrant scene in CU since 1979. Get to know your farmers bringing locally harvested honey, crafts, jewelry, art, fresh cut flowers, plus produce including fresh leafy greens and root vegetables, fresh baked treats, and a wide selection of proteins. Going on now, every Saturday, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine, it's Urbana Market at the Square. Find Urbana Market on Facebook or urbanamarket.org.
Sticky nights and stuffy rooms making it hard to enjoy your home during the summertime? Call Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing to make sure your air conditioning is working at its peak performance. Tune up your AC by joining the maintenance program and get all the perks it has to offer. Call Dogtown to come out for a no-cost quote to upgrade your system today with a Lennox high-efficiency system that will be sure to save you money on your energy bills and let you relax comfortably. Call 217-841-4728 or visit dogtownheatingandair.com. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
Yep, all right. Sports headlines, Diane Ducey, 847.
You just heard about Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, and they're bringing on our Fighting Illini basketball starting five. Can you choose the starting five? We have a contest that could win you $3,000.
It's a serious deal. I'm exaggerating the money because basketball's exaggerated. It's crazy.
Right.
What are we doing? Mm-hmm. We're hiring new kids every year, but that's life in the NCAA. We had an idea to get somebody some money because they put their name, Steve, on the back of their jersey. And now we're into millions of dollars.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's great, but if you're going to play, you got to play, man.
And you got to do it before June 30th.
June 30th gets you to start. You don't even know who's on the team.
I know.
That's the whole point,
That's
too.
so fun.
To say, well, I'll put Kendall Gill and Kenny Battle. They're not here. We don't know the names of the people, really. Can you spell them? No.
And thanks to Mike at UFI Golf Course in Savoy. And, of course, Dave, Thomas & Eller's Insurance for being part of this. StevieJay.com for details. Speaking of football, Illinois and Nebraska. I guess we weren't speaking of football. Speaking of the Illini, September 21st Saturday game is moved to Friday, September 20th. So take note of that at 7 o'clock. Yeah. We've also got the Illinois golf team in action in round one out in California. And as far as our baseball team, got beat by Penn State yesterday 8-4. So now we've got Iowa at 10 a.m. out of Omaha.
Let's go beat them. Come on.
Yes, we had a couple of wins from our St. Louis Cardinals as they finished the suspended game and then beat Baltimore 5-4. Atlanta over the Cubs 9-2. They've got a day game starting up today at 1:20 over on US 105.9. Toronto over the Chicago White Sox 9-2. They've got Baltimore with a 6:40 start. Boston up 1-0 in the NBA action against the Indiana Pacers with a game at 7 o'clock tonight. Always fun to watch any sports or meet after any games at Pia's, 1609 West Springfield Avenue near Springfield and Mattis. That's sports. I'm Diane Ducey.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tapman's Towing reminds all Illini fans, when you're on the road and see lights flashing, move over and use caution passing. Let's all get home safe tonight.
Well, again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Nice day's worth of weather ahead for the day today. Next weather system via the plains will come through the air for the day tomorrow and tomorrow night. Cooler, drier settles in for the day on Saturday. Another system out of the plains for Sunday into Monday. Brickyard, though, looks to be pretty good for race time activities. Then for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, you'll like it with a pattern shift to drier. Sunshine and 81 today with a fair sky tonight and 62. Increasing clouds tomorrow, turning more humid. A couple of showers, thunderstorms late morning and afternoon tomorrow. Highs up to 83. Showers and thunderstorms early tomorrow night, low down to 63. And mostly sunny, a bit cooler, less humid Saturday. Highs close to 80. Some shower activity and a couple of thunderstorms over the day on Sunday. And a lingering shower chance Monday. 77 on Sunday. Memorial Day high up to 73. And with dry weather ahead for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. Daytime temperatures in the mid and upper 70s. Overnight readings pleasant into the 50s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Beatrice Greg Soldier.
Okay, so the Steve offer one last time. Kelsey Furniture Tempur-Pedic bed. It's amazing bed. It's a lot of money, and I'm giving $1,000 toward your effort. If it interests you to go to Kelsey and lay down on the thing and get a lesson on how you get zero gravity?
Zero gravity.
On your lower back. Yeah, that's powerful stuff, and people that get them are just... I think it's unbelievable, the response we've gotten from that bed. So it might change your life. If you don't sleep well, it's costing you in some ways because you really got to rest. If you don't get good rest, it's tough.
You make bad decisions.
Well, it's all kinds of things. It's just all kinds of health.
Mental,
a whole bunch of you got to sleep. You got to rest. And so if you want a shot at this, last call 217-359-2255, Fisher National Bank text line. Just text in bed. We'll consider that. Again, go to StevieJay.com to check out the, what the heck is this? Name the starting five about.
That's right.
Why is he giving $3,000?
$3,000.
It's a lot of money because I think it's an impossible task to know anything by June 30, but you got till June 30 because it's a crapshoot. What the heck? Might as well try. And it's winner take all. Sorry. If we have 8 people that get it right, we'll have a drawing with the 8, and somebody's going to get $3,000. And then if nobody gets it, we'll just draw the best one. Tied, there'll be ties.
Right. That maybe you got the top 4 or something.
Yeah, yeah, the best one left, it will give $500.
Okay.
And the home version of the game show. Yeah, something like that. We'll give you the consolation.
And our runner-up wins
$500.
Exactly.
You'd take for sure. No doubt about it. Yeah. So if you're going to the Cub Cardinal series in St. Louis this weekend, Cardinals are all of a sudden playing a little bit better.
Yeah.
Cubs are 3.5 games still in front of the Cardinals.
Okay.
Everybody chasing Milwaukee, which I don't think anybody expected that.
I don't know what it is about this series, but sometimes the Cardinals just come out on top. They get fired up about the rivalry or something. I don't
Cubs so far been a lot better than the Cardinals this year. But the Cardinals, I mean, sweeping Baltimore raises eyebrows. Baltimore had one of the best records in baseball. And to go win 3 doesn't make any sense, but they did. We will see. I am now following closely the Cincinnati Reds, as many of you know by now, with Grace's husband getting called up, Jacob Hurtubise. If you want to track them, it's pretty exciting, and it's just an unbelievable experience to be kind of part of it, to kind of see underneath and inside of how Major League Baseball works. These are just, they're just really talented people in a profession that's hard to reach to get to that because they're so good. Just think PGA, NBA, NFL. It's the same level of expertise at that particular sport, and it's just how good they are at all of that. It's just a remarkable. And then to go into these big stadiums, I mean massive arenas of 40, 50,000 seats. It's something. And then the treatment you get in Major League Baseball, and I'm sure the NFL and all the top level places treated pretty well. But again, it's hard. Oh gosh, Brett Bielema makes whatever, $6 million. You go be a coach.
Right.
You can apply. You can do all that. It just isn't easy. If I could hit the ball 400 yards straight into the golf course and make putts, I'd be a pro. I can't. Okay. All right. We'll be back tomorrow, Diane. Appreciate it.
Enjoy the day.
Diane Ducey, I'm Stevie Jay. Back tomorrow. Thank you for listening to The Drive this afternoon with the boys. Derek Piper went to the Cardinal a couple of days, so he'll be back today,
the
too.
affiliate party's a blast.
Yep, he'll be back. Thank you for listening. Have a great Thursday.
The average American throws away almost 5 pounds of trash per day, half which ends up in a landfill. At 2 Men in a Junk Truck, when we pick up your unwanted furniture, appliances, trash, and office equipment, we make it a priority to divert those items from your local landfill. 2 Men in a Junk Truck looking for partners that share our vision of environmental responsibility. If you and your organization can reuse, upcycle, recycle some of these items, we would love to work with you. Contact us at 2meninajuncktruck.com. We want to make room for what matters most.
Local, personal, trusted. Hi, this is Ata Durakan with First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana, and we've been serving Champaign County since 1908. Our institution is safe, strong, and stable. We operate on a foundation of responsible and sound practices, and you can rest easy knowing we're your bank. Rated 5-star superior by Bauer Financial Inc., fast, friendly, and local, with local loan decisions and underwriting. If you're not already banking with us, give us a try, and we think you'll love it here. First Federal Savings Bank, 356bank.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 435120.
When it comes to finding a reliable vehicle, look no further than Sarah Champagne, your trusted automotive destination. They carry a lineup of top brands, including Honda, BMW, Subaru, GMC, and Buick. And they're not just about cars, they're about people. Their team is dedicated to providing you with trustworthy service and dependable vehicles that fit your lifestyle. Experience the difference at Sarah Champagne. Visit Sarah, S-E-R-R-A, champagne.com.
I'm Justin Ike, co-owner of Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, Electric, and Underground.
So, Justin, tell me what you see as typical when it comes to sewer repair. Give me a scenario.
Your sewer's backed up and somebody comes along and says, you need this repair for X amount of dollars. Here's my price. And you don't think to go looking for another company or a second opinion because you don't feel like you have time.
So is it possible that you might get charged a little more because it's kind of a desperate moment? Do some companies do that?
Oh, absolutely they will. They know you're in a pinch. Typically, if you call us, me or Will can be out there within an hour to look at that problem for you. Whether you call me first or you call me second, make sure you give me a call.
Anything else, Justin?
You can always trust Fred's.
Great to know. Thank you. That's Justin Ike, the co-owner of Fred's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Electric, and Underground. If you want more information about this great 45-year family-owned company, just go to fredscu.com. That's fredscu.com.
The Alma Market is your one-stop shop for one-of-a-kind creations from the University of Illinois alumni and students, as well as unique finds from some of your favorite Urbana-Champaign area businesses. Treat yourself or a loved one and support your fellow Illini today. If you're a University of Illinois student, alum, or Champaign-Urbana area business, feature your products on the Alma Market. Becoming a vendor is a great way to expand your reach and connect with Illini across the country. For more details, visit almamarket.org. Go Illini!
A slap of the bat, high fives at the plate. They're all celebrated at Pia's Sports Bar and Grill after the game. Super beer specials, great drinks, big screen TVs, and fun food all await you at Pia's. Whether it be Pia's delicious wings, the big pork tenderloin, or Pia's famous Grand Slam or Slugger Burger, you'll find all your favorites available until 11 p.m. Chill out at Pia's in the beer garden and enjoy being served by a great staff. See you at Pia's, Springfield and Mattis, Champaign.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
BMW, Buick, GMC, Honda, and Subaru. Welcome to Sarah Champagne. We can handle all your car repairs on site, including paintless dent repair, bumpers, windshields, everything in between. We have an amazing selection of new or pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Shop from home and buy online or reserve your vehicle before it hits our website or dealership. Sarah Champagne